Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So as you can see by today's title, I'm going to be doing a how to be an organized digital / paperless student. And I'm basically going to be sharing what has been helping me, what I have learned, and what I have conjured over the time of me being a digital student and how it better helped me. Before we start this video, don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that post notification bell so you know every time I post a new video, because you don't want to miss it. So I actually became a digital student this year. I chose to become a digital student just due to the fact that everything that I have been doing in school and everything that schools are basically transitioning into is everything digital. So I just wanted something different because I felt as though the paper and pencil, it was very effective. It helped me a lot, but it just, something could be different. And I just wanted to try some new tools and see how those worked out for me. So becoming a digital student, it was a very expensive tool, but I actually really enjoy it. It's easier than paper and pencil because when you think about it, we're always on our phones, we're always on our laptops. We're just always on something electronic, whether it's for school or just personal life, we're just always on something electronic. It's really not a big change, but it's definitely like a big change. So I'm gonna be sharing what I'm doing and what I've done to help me become a little bit more organized at this digital school thing, and some tips and tricks that have helped me, and hopefully it can help you. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay guys, so before we get into this video, I'm just gonna give you the specs on what I have. So I have a MacBook Air, the 2020. I'm pretty sure this is probably 128 gigabytes or 256, one of those. And I have an iPad Air. This is the 2021 Space Gray, 64 gigabytes, I think. And yeah, and like everybody, a phone. Your phone can be used right along with all of these, okay? So the first thing that helped me transition over to being a little bit more organized when it came to being a digital student was Google Calendar. So with Google Calendar, I used it to put in my events, meetings, classes, just anything that I had to do or be at in here, just to basically just give me a reminder of what I had to do, in a sense. So as you can see here, I just have all of my classes set up on the desired days, times, and where they'll be taking place. And I found out doing this definitely helped me become more organized, because prior to having this, to keep track of my classes, what times and where I had them, I would just put in a notebook and I'll write this class, this time, this place, this class. So it was very confusing, and when I try to read it, it just wasn't given what had to be gave, so it was very confusing. So with the Google Calendar, it definitely helps me keep a little bit more organization when it comes to my classes and where and when they will be taking place. So as you guys can see, I have these basically set up for my classes, when, where. As you guys can see, I got like little meetings. I got like little meetings and stuff, and when they'll take place and where they're going to be at, like in different classes. I have them different colors and all that. So it's not fully filled yet, just because I didn't get all my syllabus yet. So on the first day when I get my syllabus, then I'll then go to inputting my assignments when they're due, and if I have like any meetings or events for student government or EOF, I'll also just insert it in here. And yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys how I set it up and how I get it to where it reminds me and all of that stuff. So I would just go, say random day, just do 5. I'll just click there. And what I like about the Google Calendar is, you know, you don't have to, I mean, you can if you want, but like, you know, the slide thing for the time. Here you can just press the little things and then just slide it to the desired start and end time. So I'm just probably gonna say 5 to 6:30, okay? So we're gonna slide it up and add the title. we're just gonna put what, YouTube video. Ooh, look, being stupid. YouTube video. See, I don't know why I added that space, but also that's the scribble effect with the Apple Pencil and the iPad, if you were wondering. So I have it, so as we put the 5 to 6:30, and then, you know, when you click the desired day that you want it to be on, it'll then pop up where the date is. So instead of having to go in every single week and put this in, put that time in, put that name, I just click more options and then click on does not repeat, and I'll just switch that to every week. And then after I save it, it'll just generate that, for example, that class, time, the place, everything. It'll just generate that every single week on the day, the time, everything that I set, making it a little bit easier on me and, you know, just easier in general. So when I'm doing it for like a class, I don't have anybody to add. If it's like an online class, you can add like your Zoom link or anything there. But for me in person, I would just click like add location, and then I would just write where it would take place. So I'll do Bruce Hall, room 211. Then I'll just press done, and then, ooh, y'all see that? Just crazy. So then, yeah. So when you have the Google Calendar app, as long as it's downloaded to all your devices, that notification, and if you have notifications set up, make sure you got the notifications set up. Because I know a lot of y'all be having your phone on do not disturb, don't want to be bothering nobody, nothing. But if you don't got the notifications on, you ain't gonna get that notification from Google Calendar telling you that you got a class in 10 minutes and you forgot that you had that class, but you didn't know that, you didn't remember that you forgot that class because you had your notifications off, and Google Calendar told you, but because you had your notifications off, you didn't remember and you missed that class. And it was a test day. Turn on them notifications. But like I was saying, as long as you have it, the notifications on and Google Calendar on any of your devices, that notification will appear. So usually I do it 15 minutes before, just to remind me and, you know, let me know that I have somewhere or something to do in 15 minutes. And like I mentioned, it'll be, the notification will pop up on all your devices where you have Google Calendar enabled, and even if you have it on your watch. So yeah, look, it just be typing random stuff. So I don't have any notes to put, but if you want, you can just add some notes there about, you know, anything, attachments if you have, and, you know, yada yada yada. And then I will continue to press save, and then like I mentioned, it will generate on every single week, the day, the time, you know, the title, so you don't have to go in and do that separately for each one. So ooh, so that's how I create the events on Google Calendar, and I'm just gonna show you guys how I have mine set up. So I told you guys I had it set up on, you know, already generated. So as you can see here on the left hand side at the top, it just has all those little notes. Those are like my classes, and I mentioned I'm gonna be adding more later, but here I just have them different colors. Click on it, it'll tell me what class, where, and I told you the location, and it notifies me 15 minutes before. So yeah, so that's how I utilize Google Calendar. And like I mentioned before, it is a huge step up from a notebook and a pencil or pen with, you know, it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. So Google Calendar definitely helped me to excel with my organization and also my time management. So the next app I'm going to be talking about is GoodNotes. So GoodNotes is a note-taking app. They have a lot of things that you can do on here. They have many different templates. They have different things you can make. You can make notebooks, folders. You know, you have various covers. You have various paper types, A5, A4, iPhone size, letter. You know, you can change the colors, portrait, landscape. You just have a lot of things that you can do through GoodNotes. But for me, GoodNotes is another app I use to help me be organized, just because as you can see, I don't have much on here because I didn't really use it much. But as you can see, as you saw, they can have notebooks, folders, and you can just do various things. So to keep me organized, for each semester from here on out, I just did a folder dedicated to that semester, and then here I would just have various notebooks for each classes. So as you can see, I just have one already for chemistry 2, and I felt that is a great way to just keep things organized, just due to the fact that you don't want to have like a whole bunch. Say you had notebooks, you can have, you know, the titles and everything, but you know, anything can happen. You could probably be in the library studying, spill coffee all over that, and your notes are gone, or you know, anything can just happen. So doing this on the GoodNotes, I felt is easier and it's a little bit more organized, because with this app there's a lot of tools and things that can help you locate and keep, you know, everything that you got going on. So I'm going to show you guys how I created the folder and the notebooks and etc. So I'm just going to click the new, and I'm just going to create a folder, and this one is just going to be titled YouTube. So then boom, it's that simple and easy. If you had a real folder, you're gonna have to take a trip to the store, pick out a folder, whatever is left, because you know it's back to school time, so you know everything is gonna be low. Figure out which color you want, which style. Oh, this one don't got no pockets, you know? So this one real quick, real easy. You see that? So I'm just gonna tap on it, and then boom, I'll do the similar process to make it the notebook. I'll do new, I'll click notebook, and then from here I can choose from the various covers that they have. So you know, it's a lot that they offer. I like this one, just something funny, crazy. And then the typical paper outline I use, because as I said, I do use GoodNotes for my notes taking. I just use Cornell style, because as you guys saw in my previous video, that's what usually helps me. So boom, I have the Cornell there set up. But if you wanted to, you can change the color of the paper, white, dark. I know a lot of people prefer the dark just because they say it's just better, but me, I actually kind of like the yellow. It just gives me something. And then the title here, you can just, you know, YouTube. And then boom, from there I'll just press create, and then my notebook will be here, and then when I slide, here will be my title. So with GoodNotes, this is very good for like organizing my notes in my setup. And I like for GoodNotes how it's just very efficient and effective when you're like doing things. So I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of tools that I use on GoodNotes that helps me to just take my notes a little bit more organized, and what helps me take my notes. So I just got a regular pencil on. So we're just gonna, right at the top left, we have this one, I don't know what it's called, but it's just something. And it's sort of like a magnifying glass, and you can just zoom it in anywhere. So I'll just put it right there. But as you can see here at the bottom, it just sort of zooms in that one space so that my writing can focus on that one space, making my notes more easier. Ooh, look, hold on. I don't got the best handwriting, y'all, but that's just a little Russian, but just a little bit more easier and in the desired spot. And I'll just press like the various buttons here. As you can see on the right, it can go back, forth, and then to the next line, and then I can continue to write again. You know, just little things, you know, boom. You know, just something quick, easy, and then to just add another page, you know, just slide it, that's all you got to do. So that definitely helps me stay a little bit more organized, and like how I'll have my notes set up. Also some things that keeps it organized, say if I wanted to just, you know, put something in the next spot, I'll just use the lasso tool and I can move it around. Or if I want to like reiterate something, I'll just press copy, and then I can just go over here and paste it again. So say if I did a diagram and I want to put it on another doc or just something of the sort, I can just copy it and paste it and move it wherever. So I definitely like that. That definitely helps me out, and those are the two main ones, honestly. And you know, you just got your basic highlighter and erase and all that. But The good thing about GoodNotes is, I'm just gonna go back here. Say you have like an exam and you just trying to remember, you had it like, it's like your final exam, right? So you got a little bit of everything. So you're like, oh dang, what did we learn? Unit 2, chapter 3, yada, yada, yada. I remember what it's called. GoodNotes got you. Go to that search, okay? Remember we just typed in, JSON is cool. I'm gonna just search up J-A-Z. You see that? You see how it just come up right there? Boom, click on it and it takes you right to the doc. Ain't that something? You can't do that with a notebook. With a notebook, with a paper notebook, you're gonna be screaming, just screaming all through that. And you ain't gonna find it. You might find it the day of the test. But you know, that's just another tool that really helps me stay organized and just keeps track of my notes and everything, okay? So the next thing that GoodNotes offers, they have like planner type things. So I'm just gonna create a new notebook and I just have that. Where is it at? Let's look. Where is it at? All right, I can't find it, but I started one right here that they had. This is just, I was trying to do something. It's really ugly, real whack, real stinky looking. So don't even judge me. Don't even. But you know, this is just like a planner outline that they have, you know, up close and personal. They have, you know, times, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And this is just one of the various ones that they have. I'm not sure where it was at because y'all saw me looking. I don't know where they put it. But they do offer free ones. But if you go on YouTube, you can search up, you know, free GoodNote templates and you'll definitely find many videos. I'll link some down below of some that I found. I just haven't got the chance to download them onto my GoodNotes yet, but I'll link them down below of the ones that I found that were free. And that I found were a little aesthetically pleasing, because you don't want no like basic. I mean, this is decent, but it's real basic. You want something that's gonna make you be like, oh cool, let me, you don't want nothing that you really gotta make fun, if that makes sense. So I'll link some down below that I found and that I feel as though that you guys might like, that I liked. So the next app that we're going to talk about is Google Drive. So I'm just gonna start off by doing this little thing. So for Google Drive, it's basically somewhere where you can export your slides, your documents, your files, and just somewhere to keep a little bit of everything, okay? Pictures, videos, screenshots, sneaky link text, you know. You can just hold a lot in that Google Drive. But I'm gonna show you guys how you can be organized on Google Drive, okay? With your work and just everything that you got going on. And sneaky link text messages, okay? So as you guys can see, we're still here on the GoodNotes app. So to transfer the documents here from GoodNotes to Google Drive, you'll just say, I want to just transfer this one right here. I'll just click on the arrow next to the name and then I'll press export. And then I usually just keep it PDF file, because with the PDF you can also export it back to GoodNotes if you didn't delete off for GoodNotes, but you would export it back and continue to annotate on it as well. Then you just press export, and then from here you'll just click Google Drive, and then boom, it's that simple. So then you'll go to select folder, my drive, and from here you can click where you want to put it, or you can just create a new folder. And then here we can just name this. Look, this shouldn't be playing. Hold on. Okay, boom. Look at that YouTube folder. And then you just press create and done, and then it will save from GoodNotes into that Google Drive folder. So I don't need to do that, so I'm just going to cancel that. But yeah, that's basically how you do that. So now let's just go to the actual app. Ooh. So I got a whole bunch in here because this is just a lot from freshman year that I didn't get to organize in. And just, yeah, it's just a lot. This was from my fall last spring semester, so it was just random stuff that I have in here. But as you guys can see, I just have a lot of stuff going on. Don't even pay attention to this. I know this video is about organization, but I'm being real, I'm being raw, I'm being very uncut with y'all. Y'all see this mess? It's not given. Half of these is not even downloaded, so you gotta, it's just a lot, okay? So yeah, so as you can see, it's just various things that you can do within Google Drive. Like I said, it holds everything. Like you see here, it got images, it got Google Forms, it got, look, it just got a lot of stuff going on. Workspaces, I don't know what that is, don't use it, so I'm not gonna tell you all about it. Shared is basically like your shared documents, shared links, shared drive, shared folders, just everything there. And then your files are basically your files. And then they'll separate there as well. Here you have a folder, boom, pretty self-explanatory. Plus sign, you can create a new folder like I showed you guys previously. You'll just have, yeah, y'all get the gist of it. Here, you know, you can upload things, create, you know, docs, sheets, slides. It's just, you know, a lot that goes on. For the Google Drive, I'm pretty much use it to keep my documents organized. Similar to GoodNotes, I just put the stuff in the folder that I want to be for there. I would just leave it there, so it's very much organized, okay? So that's how I utilize Google Drive for my organization, and how I, you know, for my notes, say if I had some pictures or diagrams from a certain lesson that I wanted to just keep in, boom. Also for Google Drive, say it's like the end of the semester, you can just have all your old work from that semester, you can just delete it off your GoodNotes and put it onto your Google Drive just to free up some space. Because when you have a lot going on in your GoodNotes and just like old documents, folders, notebooks, it just tends to, like, you know, lag and just not work so well as it did. So this is a great alternative to just get some space off of your other apps and just, you know, keep everything together. Also with Google Drive, you don't have like a limit. This is not like, what's that, Dropbox, I think that's what it's called, and you gotta like pay for like extra storage. No, this is not that. You enter what you enter, you don't got no limit, and it's connected to your Google account. Google is everywhere. Google. So Google Drive is definitely a great way to organize your various documents, pictures, images, videos, PDF files, note files, sneaky links, screenshots, all of that. So that's definitely how I utilize Google Drive. So the next app that I'm going to talk about is the most basic app ever, okay? Everybody got this app. Everybody know about this app. Your grandmother even know about this app. And I don't mean to talk about your grandmother. I ain't mean to disrespect. I'm just like, no, she even know about this app. And it is the clock. The clock. The basic clock app. I feel like a lot of people don't understand how much power and how much stuff you can actually do on this clock app. Well, let me stop guessing it. It's very, you can use it, okay? You can definitely use it. So as you can see, I don't have any alarms set up, but because it's my iPad, I usually got them on my phone. But the purpose of the clock app is to basically be a second reminder, similar to Google Calendar, where you can get like, you know, the notifications when you have something to do. If you have a little bit something more urgent, alarms, okay? You can create an alarm. Which one? 5:60. Oh wait, that's not even a time. I'm screaming. 5:36 in the afternoon. But yeah, it has a lot of things that you can do. If it's a little bit more urgent events or meetings, you can definitely get that big alarm in the back of your ear, and it'll definitely alert you and remind you that you have something to do. So usually I utilize the alarms for like events that I know I have to be at. I don't use it so much for class because, you know, it's never that deep. It's deep, don't miss class, but like, you know, it's never that deep to be hearing that noise and in the back of your ear. You don't want to hear that. So lastly, what we have is Zen Flip Clock. So I know another clock app is never that deep with the time and the clocks, but it is though. So usually for Zen Flip Clock, you can, I know you guys see this a lot, like, you know, like the TikToks, you know, just a little aesthetic things, but it's a little bit more than that. So for me, when I'm studying, I'll usually do like 25 minutes studying, 5-minute rest, and I'll just do like sets of that. Basically like at the gym, you're doing some sets of studying. So I use the same thing for the clock app. This can be done on the clock app, but you know, if you want to just have something to look at and sort of have like a little bit motivation time of like, all right, I have like 5 minutes left, let me like push hard. Or instead of just like, you know, having it going in the background and not even know when you're gonna finish, and then you're like in your head like, wait, when is this gonna be done? Like I'm tired. You know, you just basically have something to look at. It's very minimalistic and it's just a little vibe that you get. You could probably have a little music on in the back. But I usually use this when I'm like studying or something, just to keep track of the time and all that. As I mentioned before, the sets 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, all that. So when you slide to the right, I actually have it set for a 25-minute timer already, and then it'll just go seconds, all of that. So I find this it is organizing. It is organizing. It helps me be very organized and zen when it comes to studying, okay? And you just have something to look at. You have something to look at instead of just, you know, it's just another way of just keeping yourself, what's the word? Just keeping yourself in it, okay? Just keeping yourself in it, knowing you got that much time left. Keep going, push harder, you got this. So yeah, that app, very good. You know, you can tap on the various corners. You can do AM, PM, military time if you don't want to do too much, you know, seconds if you want that, you know, real easy, real quick, real nice. So that's how I utilize the Zen Flip Clock app. And you can download this on the App Store, and you can also download it on your laptop through the App Store as well. But if not, I think it's just a little like thing that a plugin. So guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys got a little bit of how I do things and what works best for me, and hopefully if you guys apply it, it'll do the same for you, because I know doing these things, using these applications, definitely helped me stay organized and just have a little bit more balance, especially in college, especially as a pre-med major, when you have just like a lot of stuff to do. It's definitely, organization will be your best friend. So these apps definitely help me, and hopefully they can help you. Well, not hope, they are gonna help you, because why wouldn't they? Yeah. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to tune into my other videos, because this was a school one and you liked it, but I got a whole bunch of other videos and you're gonna like them too. So once again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching to the end. Leave a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next one.